Hi students, good morning. Welcome back to EduStar video class. You are watching Class 5 Subject Social Lesson 2 Latitude and Longitude revision part. Before we start our Lesson 2 revision, we will have awareness about COVID-19. So, COVID-19 coronavirus is a communicable disease. It spreads through cough and sneeze. It is a deadly disease and so far all the nations are researching to find medicine for this, isn't it? So prevention is better than cure. So to prevent this coronavirus, what we have to do? Wear your mask properly as shown in the picture. If you are using cloth mask, wash the cloth mask after each use. Wash your hands frequently and also before and after taking food and using toilet. Avoid frequent touching of eyes and nose. While coughing and sneezing, cover your mouth with tissue and trash it immediately. Then wash your hand thoroughly. Okay, children? Maintain social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet from others. Avoid close contact with others. So children, kindly follow these to prevent yourself from coronavirus. Stay home and stay safe. Now let's start our revision. Imaginary lines. The imaginary line on which the earth rotates is called its axis. The axis meets the surface of the earth at 2 points called the North Pole and the South Pole. North Pole is the northernmost point on the earth. The South Pole is the southernmost point on the earth. Clear, students? Okay. What is latitude, children? Latitudes are the imaginary lines that run from east to west. These lines are parallel and lie at an equal distance from one another. Hence, they are also known as parallels of latitude. The latitude which divides the earth exactly at the center is the longest. It is known as the equator. The equator divides the earth into two equal halves or hemisphere. The hemisphere above the equator is known as the northern hemisphere and the one below it is called southern hemisphere. Important features of parallels. All parallels are complete circles except for the North Pole and the South Pole. These are points. The length of the parallels decreases as we move away from the equator and towards the poles. All parallels are located at an equal distance from each other. Parallels neither touch nor cross one another. Lines of latitude are labelled in degrees. The latitudes of the northern hemisphere are indicated as degree north. The latitudes of the southern hemisphere are indicated as degree south. The latitude of the North Pole is 90 degree north and that of the South Pole is 90 degree south. The equator is the 0° latitude. The total number of latitudes on the earth are 181. 90 latitudes lie to the north of the equator, which range from 1° north to 90° north. 90 latitudes lie to the south of the equator, which range from 1° south to 90° south. Isn't it? Okay. Next we will see about important lines of latitude. Other than the equator 0°, the north pole 90° north and the south pole 90° yes, there are 4 other important parallels. These are Tropic of Cancer 23 1/2° north, Tropic of Capricorn 23 1/2° south, Arctic Circle 66 1/2° north and Antarctic Circle 66 1/2° south. Hope you remember this. Longitude. Imaginary lines running from north to south are called meridians or lines of longitude. These lines are drawn from pole to pole. Next is about important features of meridians. All meridians are of same length. The maximum distance between any two meridians is at the equator. The distance between any two meridians decreases as we move away from the equator towards the poles. The meridians cut the parallels at right angles, that is 90°. Okay children? Prime meridian is the 0° or the central longitude. It divides the earth into eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. The prime meridian passes through Greenwich in London. Like parallels, meridians are also drawn at intervals of 1°. There are 180 meridians towards the east of prime meridian and 180 meridians towards the west of the prime meridian. The meridian of 180° east and 180° west is the same line. So in total there are 360 meridians. Another important meridian is the international date line at 180° longitude. The international date line marks the difference of date between the eastern and the western hemisphere. Next is about grid. Longitudes and latitudes form a network called grid. In other words, latitudes and longitudes together form the grid that helps us to determine the exact location of a place on the earth. The point at which a particular latitude and longitude cross each other is the location of that place. Clear, children? Okay. Last topic is calculating time. So longitudes help in calculating time. The difference between two consecutive longitudes is of 4 minutes. When we travel eastwards from the prime meridian, we need to add 4 minutes on passing each meridian. Similarly, when we travel westwards from the prime meridian, we need to separate 4 minutes as we pass each meridian. The moment we cross to the east of the international date line, we gain or add a day. And if we cross to the west of international date line, we lose or subtract a day. Can you remember? Yes. Finally, we completed the lesson 2 revision part. Now, get ready to write the worksheet. Write part A, important words. Find 30 words from lesson 2, latitudes and longitudes. Write those words in A4 sheet as shown to you. Use A4 sheet to write worksheet. Is it clear, students? Next, part B. Rearrange the jumbled words and name the following. Write question with answer. Clear, students? Use black stick pen to write the answer and blue pen to write the question. First one, important meridian dash. Second one, the line where the date changes dash. Third one, lines that run from north to south and meet at the poles dash. Fourth one, the most important latitude that divides the earth into two equal halves dash. Fifth one, 2 points on the earth where latitudes decreases in size and reduce to a dot dash. Next, part C, complete the series. First one, Tropic of Cancer is to 23 1/2 degree north. Tropic of Capricorn is to dash. Second one, Equator dash prime meridian longitude. Third one, dash longitudes parallels latitudes. Fourth one, North Pole 90 degree north dash 90 degree south. Fifth one, dash 66 1/2 degree north Antarctic Circle 66 1/2 degree south. Use black pen to write the answer and blue pen to write the question. Part D, draw and label the parts. Draw the figure as shown to you and label the parts neatly. Clear? After completing, just use answer key to check the answer. After completing your worksheet, take photocopy and send it to our mail ID. Our mail ID is edustar.5@gmail.com and don't forget to mention your roll number, subject in the subject column. Okay, students? Bye, students. Meet you all in the next video.